a.m. The Ogden Raptors to open up the season. The Ballers have won 3 of the first 5, including 2 in a row, and are going for the series victory today on a sunny Sunday here in West Oakland, California. Tyler Peterson and Nevada Cullen with you. Nevada, we've seen some pretty good performances thus far, and we are almost ready for this final game. What has stood out to you more than anything so far in this first series?
It's been the offense for the Oakland Ballers, an offense that wasn't the best offense last year in the league. They were one of the worst offenses statistically in the Pioneer League, despite being the second half champs. And this year, they're top 5 to start the season in offense. Not really what I was expecting, but they're hitting the long ball, they're passing the bats, and they're scoring runs.
I'll pass it off to Mark Kahn now, who will announce our runouts for the Ballers. Tremaine Cobb going in his position now.
Second, the right fielder, number 13, Lou Helmig. Hitting third, the third baseman, number 11, Davis Trueck. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 29, Christian Almanza. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 4, Danny Harris. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 8, Michael O'Hara. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 15, Cam Buford. Hitting eighth, the left fielder, number 23, Marcus T.T. Ali. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 7, Dylan Tatum. On the mound, number 18, Dylan Porter.
There's your Ballers on this Sunday. They're out in their home whites again, which they have not yet lost in. They are 3-0 in the whites. We'll send it back down to the field for today's rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. It's Olympia Joy Pereira to sing our national anthem here on Military Appreciation Day.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight were so, whose broad stripes and bright stars were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I've sung the national anthem twice. Let me tell you, it does get to you, and you've sung it all your life. And sometimes, you know what? Every once in a while, you try to think about what am I supposed to say next. She stuck through it, and she got through it. Thank you for that rendition, yep. Olympia. And now, today's starting lineup for the Ogden Raptors.
First, I got to also admit, I've botched the words once before singing the anthem
all right,
to a crowd. And so it happens to the best of us. Ogden Raptors 2-3 to start the season. Damian Stone, the right fielder, leads off. Cole Jordan, the DH, bats second. Connor Bagneski, the left fielder, hits third. Chris Sargent, the catcher, cleans up. Drew Fontenot, the second baseman, bats fifth. Elliott Good, the shortstop, in the sixth spot. Carter Mize, first baseman, batting seventh. Carmine Lane, the third baseman, bats eighth. Kaneo Yama, the center fielder, bats ninth for Evan Parker's squad.
On the mound for the Ballers, it's Dylan Porter, who has already made his Oakland debut. That came a couple nights ago in relief. 2 scoreless innings, did not even allow a hit, struck out 1 batter of the 7 he faced. He now starts on the mound, his first ever pro start. Again, no actual experience for Porter when it comes to professional baseball before this, but he was in the Savannah Bananas circuits for a couple of years, and there are good real baseball players that play in that league. Quite a few Pioneer League players, you could say, take a job with them after they sort of feel their career might be over. Dylan, however, thinks his career might just be getting started here with Oakland.
Yep, he's shown some good stuff so far. Fastball, changeup, slider mix, and he throws a lot of strikes, so he'll try to do what Reed Butts did yesterday. And then the defense was good yesterday for Oakland. Only 1 error. Behind Porter will be in the outfield from left to right, Titi Ali'i, O'Hara, and Helmig. Infield from right to left, Almanza, Harris, Cobb, and Druick, with Dylan Tatum doing the catching for Dylan Porter. Little Dylan for Dylan connection right there.
Damian Stone to lead it off. Raptors in their Sunday military appreciation jerseys. They also do a salute to soldiers every Sunday, and they wear the black and blue camo with the gray pants. Porter's first pitch from the windup on its way to Stone, and he takes a strike right down the heart of the plate at 1:07 p.m. Next pitch is swung on a missed changeup from Porter, and it's a quick 0-2 to Stone, who is still hot hitting. 3 hits for him yesterday as well. Now Porter from the windup again. The pitch on its way is fouled back 90 miles an hour from Porter there, and Stone just does get a piece.
Stone did face Porter back on opening day and flew out to left field.
Now another 0-2. Tatum sent up low, and this is swung on and fouled back. That time a changeup, which Stone waited back on. That one hung at the top of the zone, so Porter gets away with that one there. It's still 0-2. Just underway from Raimondi, and Porter, at least in this first at-bat, working quickly. Here he waits, and now delivers another 0-2. That's a fastball in the dirt.
Good to see him locate one down. That was maybe an overcorrection, but still, Porter able to locate down and below the zone instead of in the top of the zone.
1-2 on its way now to Stone. He swings and just does get a piece of that one. Another breaking ball, and Stone giving Porter a pretty good fight to begin this ball game.
That one had a lot of bend to it, almost 2 feet of break to it.
A win today for Oakland would see them take the series 4-2. The 1-2 is just low. Nice take by Stone beneath the knees. 2-2. The nod from Porter. Now his kick and pitch, and it's swung on a little flare into center field. That's a base hit for Stone, who continues to hit. Chased that breaking ball outside and is able to flare it into center field. The leadoff man on for Ogden here to start the ball game.
6-game hit streak for Stone to start the season in his pro career. He's now 11 for 19 in the series.
That'll bring up Cole Jordan, the DH. We did not see Jordan in yesterday's ball game. He is 2 for 14 in the series. That's a 143 batting average. He has driven in 2. First pitch fastball right down the heart of the plate for a called strike 1. Calling balls and strikes is Ricardo Rodriguez, Mike Blanchard at first, and Grant Myers, he is at third. Or at least in this at-bat, he will be at second. Porter throws over, and back to the bag is Stone. Stone has stolen a base in the series. 1 for 1. Jordan today's DH for Ogden. Another throw over by Porter, and he's now used both his disengagements.
I don't know what Grant Myers is pointing to, but Ricardo Rodriguez is going to retrieve probably a loose baseball.
There is a loose baseball on the field, it appears. So Porter has used both his disengagements. I know there was a rules talk before the season begins, but he will not have another opportunity to throw over unless he gets Stone. So Stone can get a big lead now. There he goes. It swung on and fouled back. It was the fastball, and Jordan was ready. It's 0-2 to Jordan. Well, now you're sort of rock and hard place because you go with a fastball, back-to-back pitches. Do you go with the off-speed to try to get the swing and miss and maybe allow the runner a better opportunity to steal second?
I pitch out right here just in case.
Not a bad option on 0-2, Mr. Nevada Cullen. Stone not going. The pitch is a breaking ball. It is down and low. No score here in the top of the first, just underway. Jordan, the second batter of the inning after the leadoff single by Stone. Tatum sets up inside. Stone not going, and it's swung on and fouled back. So far, making the pitcher Porter work in this first.
Challenged Jordan with a high fastball above the zone, and Jordan chased it, but was able to get a piece to stay alive.
Another 1-2. Porter comes set. Stone a good lead at first. He runs again. It swung on its line to left, and that's a base hit. Picking up the ball is Titiali'i, and he'll softly throw it in. So back-to-back hits to begin the first, and that'll bring up Connor Bagneski. So Tatum out to have a chat with Porter. That last pitch, that breaking ball was in the zone. It was toward the bottom of the zone, but still very much a hittable pitch. Not location you want on a 1-2 breaking ball.
No, way too much around the plate. Porter has really not thrown anything that's been a waste pitch per se. Everything has been challenging these hitters.
So 2 on, nobody out. The corners are in for the Ballers. Would Bagneski, their hard-hitting third-place hitter, drop down a bunt? Not doing so here. He swings and misses at a high fastball at 88. It's 0-1. We have seen the bunt used quite a bit by the Raptors in this first series. Porter throws, and it is no.
It's a pitch timer violation.
A pitch timer violation. Aaron Miles is coming out. Did Porter hold on too long? Aaron Miles is having a chat with Ricardo Rodriguez. It's a pitch clock violation, so it's 2-0 on Porter.
1-1.
Or excuse me, 1-1. I beg your
Okay.
pardon. So 1-1 now. It is too bad because that last pitch would have been called a strike. So is Bagneski bunting? He shows bunt again. It is just off the plate, 2-1. Do things change for the Raptors here? No signals being flashed just now. Evan Parker signals from that third base coach's box. There may not be a switch then of strategy. 2-1, Bagneski Tried to bunt, and it gets by Tatum, and instead it's going to be a wild pitch. That is the worst of everything for the Ballers.
Indeed. It allows Bagneski to swing away 3-1 with 2 in scoring position and none out.
You have a guy trying to make an out, and instead now he does not need to. So single, wild pitch, second and third, nobody out to begin this ball game. You do not want things to snowball like they have a couple times in this series. The 3-1 is low. It's ball 4. That'll bring up Chris Sargent, and here comes Jim Diedrich.
Yeah, Porter has struggled so far to, at first it was retire Stone and Jordan. Despite having 2 strike counts on them, he wasn't able to put them away. And now with Bagneski, it was funny because he pitched Bagneski like he probably should have been pitching Stone and Jordan, missing the zone a bit more, which is what you want when you're trying to strike batters out with 2 strikes. And then with Bagneski trying to bunt, he was able to earn the walk because there were 4 balls thrown.
So the Ballers have now used 2 meetings in this inning. It's still scoreless, but Sargent bats. He has 2 home runs in the series with the bases loaded and nobody out. So Porter, will he stay in the stretch or will he go from the windup? He will stay in the stretch. First pitch to Sargent is swung on and missed. A challenge fastball at the top of the zone at 89. No fear. The infield is backed up. They will turn 2 up the middle. Or try to at least. Oh and 1. Pitch on its way. Sargent pops this up on the infield. He's automatically out, and now Cobb will make the catch just to be sure. A huge first out for Dylan Porter, who threw a fastball right down the middle of the plate, and Sargent completely missed it.
Yeah, that was lucky for Porter because that pitch location was not good. But he at least gets the first out of the inning.
So now, a ground ball could mean the end of the inning, but look out. It's the RBI leader, True Fontenot. Bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the first. No score. As of yet, the first pitch is swung on and missed. Very late by Fontenot there. 90 miles an hour right past him. Set again is Porter. The next pitch is swung on and fouled off of Tatum, who goes down to a knee. And now he gets up and is going to try to walk this off.
Happy belated birthday, Dylan Tatum. You get to catch the next day, and you immediately get hit by a foul ball.
He did take a cake to the face after the game. I hope for at least the little bit he got in his mouth in the cake to the face that it was a tasty cake.
Well, I know he smelled the cake. It was all up in his nostrils.
0-2 to True Fontenot. Porter to the plate, and Fontenot fouls it back. Ever so slight a choke on that bat. He gave him another high fastball. That one at 91. That's as hard as we've seen Porter throw today. Has not given him the off speed yet. All 3 runners lead, the defense playing behind him. He comes set it once more. The kick and the pitch, and it's a fastball high again. Sticking with the hard stuff. Oh no, off the bat of Fontenot and into the glove of Tatum. Fontenot knew nothing about it.
Nor did I.
It grazed the bat of while he was standing there, and it went into the glove of Tatum. It's a strikeout.
Didn't see that coming.
Got to be one of the strangest strikeouts I've ever seen.
Didn't even swing.
2 outs. It counts as a strikeout swinging. Now Elliott Good. To left. Titi Ali looks up. It's off the wall. 2 runs will score. It's a 2-run single for Good, who jumped all over a fastball at the top of the zone, and it's 2-0 Raptors.
Man, how quickly the tables turn here. as the Raptors grab a first inning lead immediately after that. No swing yet swinging strikeout.
So now Tatum's going to go out and set the defense. It'll be Mize at the plate. The Raptors do get something out of the inning. It's a booming double off the wall in left field. A little bit more trajectory on that, and that might have been a grand slam. But that was just another pitch that Porter went right after the hitter at, and this time, Good got the bat head out first. First pitch to Mize is low. You can deal with 2-0, but you don't want it to balloon even larger. Porter fires, and this is hit out to right field. That's down for a base hit. Helmig to pick it up, and Mize has an RBI single.
Good piece of hitting by Mize. That one was above the zone, and he's still able, even though it's towards the outside part of the plate on the left-handed hitting Mize, still able to spray it to right field, pulling the ball.
So it's 4 hits in the inning off Porter and a walk. That'll bring up Carmine Lane. So the Raptors strike for 3. Every time Oakland has scored first, they've won. And so far in the series, every time Ogden has scored first, they've won. Lane takes a breaking ball down low. He hasn't been to the sides of the plate here in the first inning. He's gone right after hitters. A 1-0. Strike at the knees on the fastball, 1-1. At second is Good. At first is Mize, who both have RBI hits. They have been driven in all 3. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. And Lane with that big backswing again that caught Tilo a couple times earlier in the week just does miss Tatum. The 1-2 on the way, and that is just off the plate.
Ooh, that's one where you challenge. I know it's early in the game, but you got to get your pitcher out of this inning.
2-2. I agree, you do need to get him out of this inning. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Porter fires, and it's swung on and fouled away. Three 0 Ogden here in the top of the first. They scored twice in the top of the first on Thursday, then had another 5 in the second. Scored 6 in the top of the first on Wednesday and followed up with another 2 in the second. 2-2, Lane fouls it at the plate again. This is a long inning for Porter. The 2-2, at least one more time, and that's outside and low. Neither runner being held on. They'll be off with this pitch. A single likely will score a run for Ogden. The 3-2, Lane swings and misses. 2 strikeouts for Porter in the inning, but he does allow 3 on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Oakland already tasked with getting a couple runs. It's 3-0 after the top of the first on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the first, 3-0 Ogden. Oakland Ballers will face the right-hander Miguel Hernandez. Hernandez spent some time in the Braves system, all at the Florida Complex League level, but not a starter, Nevada, mostly out of the bullpen.
No, he pitched in 32 games and only made 3 starts in the minors, 4.75 ERA, 55 innings, and 62 strikeouts. So he's got good stuff. Theoretically, we just don't know how he'll be as a starter.
The only man we have not seen in this series from the roster of the Ogden Raptors, Tremaine Cobb, takes a first pitch ball that jumps out of the glove of the catcher, Sargent. It's 1-0. Cobb, who has been on fire, absolute scorching hot fire in this series, leads this team in hits. Here comes the 1-0. Takes that breaking ball down low. A quick 2-0. The defense for Ogden, Bagneski in left, Oyama in center, Stone in right. Third to first, it's Lane, Good, Fontenot, and Mize with Sargent behind the plate. And now the fastball, a called strike on the outside. It's 2-1. A right-handed pitcher is Hernandez from Petare, Venezuela. The next pitch is swung on and fouled back by Cobb. Another breaking ball, and it's 2-2.
Petare is in the municipality, municipality, I believe, in the Sucre state in Venezuela, near Caracas.
2-2 on the way. It's swung on, grounded down the line, and it's fair. Stopped by Lane. He gets up. His throw across is not in time. The ball gets away, but Cobb has got to get back to first. It did not get past the first baseman very far. It's an infield single to begin Oakland's bottom of the first.
And Cobb's got 13 hits in his first 6 games as a pro. He just continues to find his way on.
Here comes Lou Helmig, the big German. It's 3-0 Ogden here in the bottom of the first, but the Ballers trying to strike back. Helmig batting .368, a home run and 5 RBI.
I just get the vibe that this could be either a high-scoring game or one that settles down after the first. So Ballers need to strike soon.
First pitch to Helmig is outside. Now, Hernandez did not walk a ton of batters in his time with the Atlanta Braves. He did get hit a little bit. The 1-0 swung on, fouled away.
28 walks to 62 strikeouts, that's pretty good, but the whip was north of 1.6 because the hits were kind of high, 61 in 55 innings.
I would love to know whether these two ever cross paths at the complex level. Next pitch is high to Helmig. It's 2-1. Helmig spent 2 years in the Florida Complex League with the Phillies.
Their teams probably played each other. I don't know if these two would have faced off, but I think there's a high possibility that's true.
2-1. Helmig swings and misses. Chased above the zone there. He knew it right away. Runner at first, no outs. It's a 2-2 to Helmig. There goes Cobb. It's swung on and missed. So it's a stolen base. No throw made. It's a strikeout of Helmig on the breaking ball toward his back foot. And there's one away.
You could argue it's a productive at-bat because he got Cobb to second, even though Cobb did it himself.
Now Davis Druick, the third baseman, who has been on fire. Go ahead.
First career stolen base, by the way, for Cobb.
Back-to-back games with home runs for Druick. First pitch, a big cut and a miss at a breaking ball. He wanted all of it and got none of it. It's 0-1. A runner at second, one away. 3-0 Ogden here in the bottom of the first. Hernandez a check of second. Pitch to Druick is down the left field line. Will this straighten out? No, it hits the fence foul. Another breaking ball by Hernandez. Pretty steady diet from a right-hander.
Left that one a bit up.
I would not leave that one up again to Druick.
Loves to go oppo.
0-2 to Druick. Hernandez still waiting. And the pitch is a fastball right down the middle, and Druick is gone looking.
Pitched him backwards. Don't think Druick was expecting him to go fastball after those breaking balls.
Well, that's a situation where you cannot get beat by that fastball. You have got to be ready for it, and Druick was not. Here's Almanza. Almanza at 263, 2 home runs, and leads the club with 9 RBI. First pitch is a big cut and a miss at a changeup at 80 miles an hour. It's 0-1.
A lot of big swings from the ballers early in this game by these lefties. They'll need to shorten up a little bit to get the bat on the ball.
Hernandez waits. Now he fires in. It's another big cut and a miss. And again, it's another off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. He's thrown about 3 fastballs in the inning. So far, it's pretty effective. 0-2 to Almanza. Fastball, a ground ball toward Mize. He'll take it on the second big hop. He'll run to the bag himself. That time it was the fastball. It's a ground out by Almanza. No runs on a hit, no errors, a man left on base. After 1, 3-0 Raptors on 860 AM, The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here on 860 AM, The Answer. Tyler Peterson and Nevada Cullen with you on this sunny Sunday. 3-0 Ogden. Oyama, Stone, and Jordan 9, 8, and 1 to bat after 8 men were sent to the plate in the first inning, 3 of them scoring. Here is Oyama, the center fielder. First pitch from Porter is swung on and missed. A lot of chases on high fastballs so far for the Ogden Raptors. And for Oyama, that was well above his strike zone. The 0-1 now, very high.
Well, the good 2-run single was the biggest hit of the first inning. That was also on a high fastball. So Porter's succeeded with it and also gotten beat by it.
Now the windup, the 1-1 is a base hit up the middle. Or excuse me, Cobb gets to it, he throws, and it's in time. I think that hit the mound and slowed it down. I had that as a base hit to center. Cobb with a great play, and Almanza kept his foot on the bag.
Well,
happily wrong am I.
Tremaine Cobb in 2024 at Troy. Defensive runs saved, second in NCAA with almost 15, and that's just what he does.
First pitch to Stone is inside for ball 1. I think that ball hit the back of the mound and slowed it down just slightly. The 1-0. Stone takes high, 2-0.
It had eyes, I think, for the outfield, but Tremaine Cobb able to get there. Just whether it was slowed down or not, he did a great job.
2-0 to Stone. He pops this up into foul territory. Druick can reach up, and he makes a catch as he tumbles down. So a couple of nice plays by this infield, and there's 2 quick outs.
Yeah, not the best start for the Ballers in this game, but the defense has come to play early as they have the past couple days, really, especially yesterday.
So here's Cole Jordan, who singled in his first at-bat.
Also, this is slightly weaker contact than before against Porter.
Porter's first pitch is swung on and fouled back. A lot of early swings from Ogden, even so in this game, as we saw yesterday. Oh, and 1. Porter's next pitch swung on, fouled back, 0-2. Something very interesting is happening in Rocky Mountain.
Oh, boy.
It's the first game of a doubleheader. The Owls lead 7-0. They are 7-inning ball games. It's the top of the 7th, and NoCo has not given up a hit.
No way.
0-2 on its way to Jordan. Porter's pitch is swung on and fouled back.
Let me get this right. Winless NoCo is yet to allow a knock.
They've been outscored 103-28, courtesy of statistician Mark Kahn, coming into today in the first 6 games. The 0-2 on its way is in the dirt, and they right now have held the Rocky Mountain Vibes hitless and scoreless as they look to get their first win of 2025. Bases are empty, 2 down here in the second. 3-0 Ogden, a 1-2 count to Cole Jordan. The windup from Porter, and the pitch is just off the plate again. Fastball that didn't miss by a whole much, but I think you could see the whole arm of Tatum try to bring that back in the zone. So now a 2-2 on its way. A breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Third strikeout for Porter, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Oakland as we take a break and come back for the bottom of the second on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the second, we'll see Harris, O'Hara, and Buford, who's back in the lineup today, take their swings against Miguel Hernandez, who, I gotta say, was pretty funky in that first inning in a 3-0 Ogden lead. A lot of early breaking balls.
Kept the Ballers off balance.
Heavy breaking ball usage.
What's today, Tyler?
Sunday.
Sunday. What's today's date? May 25th, right?
May the 25th
Of 2025?
of 2025.
You want to go back in time by a year?
Ooh, let's think about that after this pitch. First pitch to Harris is a breaking ball fouled back. Let's see. It would be in the Glacier Series.
Yes.
Okay.
Game 5 at Glacier last year. Game 5 of the Ballers' inaugural season.
Loss, I remember.
A loss. They did lose 3-2, a close one.
The 0-1 is a fastball low. Let me see if I can think about what have happened in that 3-2 ball game.
I'll give you a hint whenever you're ready.
1-1 to Harris. Hernandez throws, and Harris takes a breaking ball low again. No challenge. The umpire did not signal. 2-1 to Harris. Swings, breaks the bat, and gets a base hit to center field. Another leadoff hit for the Ballers. Harris comes through. It was another breaking ball on the outside.
Good communications by the Ballers dugout. That just means that they're talking, and that's good.
So here is O'Hara. O'Hara, the center fielder, batting at .333, 6 hits and 18 at-bats. No home runs and an RBI, and the first pitch is a strike.
So let's give you a hint for what happened a year ago today.
Harris trying to jump off the bag at first. Hernandez throws, and it's a ground ball towards second. Harris is going to go in front of the bag. The flip is for one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
A year ago today, May 25th, 2024, this day in Oakland baseball history, the first quality start in Ballers history. But who tossed it?
That just seems like such minutia. Would that have been... Was not Lambert.
Incorrect. It was Lambert.
It was Lambert. Here's Buford. First pitch is down low. Was that the Sunday game then? The final game of the series?
I think it was a Saturday game.
Okay.
I think Sunday was the 26th of May. Lambert 6 innings.
1-0 to Buford. O'Hara at first. Pitch is a breaking ball down low. It's now 2-0.
And Lambert gave up just 3 earned runs, so a quality start, but also no walks and 9 strikeouts. 9 strikeouts is still his career best with Oakland.
O'Hara, a big lead at first, not going again, and that breaking ball is in for a strike that time.
Also Jake Daly with 2 scoreless innings. Brad Burkell was the lone baller with multiple hits that day.
Jake Daly, of course, the opening night winner, and Lambert with the save on opening night. 2-1. Buford swings and pops this up. It's into center field. It's shallow. This might be trouble, and it's going to fall. It's a hit for O'Hara. Good. Never really charged after it, and it fell in no man's land. That's going to work. So O'Hara at second, Buford at first.
Buford just blooped it into center field, and the crazy part was, Tyler, no Raptor got remotely close to that baseball.
Now Marcus Titiali'i, like Davis Druick, a 2-game home run streak. So for Titiali'i, I would say he is going to try to look for a hanging breaking ball now with the way that Hernandez has been throwing this game. First pitch breaking ball, that's in for strike one.
Titiali'i nearly went yard twice yesterday. Tyler, I knew you remember the 8th inning. He crushed one to left field that was just foul. It would have been a 3-run shot.
0-1 the count. The pitch is a strike at the knees. Titiali'i didn't like it.
He's locating that breaking ball really well low in the zone to Titiali'i.
So 2 pitches in the zone that Titiali'i has watched go by him. Now he's behind. Pitch to the plate, a breaking ball, and that is ball 1, but we're going to get a challenge from Ogden. And that looked pretty good. And Titiali'i is gone looking. Backwards K, there's 2 outs, and that's the second strikeout for Hernandez.
2 looking strikeouts, though, for the Ballers. 1 on a fastball, 1 on a curve. They've got to pick the bats off the shoulders. With 2 strikes, you got to protect.
And now a man who is 25 years old and a day. It's Dylan Tatum. 3 hits in his last start, which came on Friday. First pitch. Breaking ball is down in the dirt. It's 1-0.
Took a green cake to the face yesterday, as Tyler was talking about earlier.
3-0 Ogden here in the bottom of the second. Ballers with 2 men on. Tatum, a back pick at first, and oh, no, it's thrown away. They had Buford by a country mile, and it was thrown away. The first baseman didn't make the catch. He picks it up. Both runners advance. Unbelievable. Buford couldn't have been more caught out asleep at first base, but the first baseman, Mize, just could not catch the ball.
Unbelievable. He went to tag it before he had it.
It's second and third for Oakland now, and a second chance for Tatum. A single may score 2. The 1-1. Tatum, a half swing, a called strike. One and 2 the count. Can the Oakland catcher get it done? The 1-2, Tatum swings and grounds it foul. Second and third are the runners. You'd love to get something out of this inning. 3 hits for the Ballers thus far. All of them singles. Setting up outside is Sargent. And the pitch is high.
Dylan Tatum, again, Tyler talked about it, 3-hit game on Friday. Did drive in 1 run. And with 2 in scoring position here with 2 outs, looking to grab a pair of 2-out RBI.
Hernandez set once more. The pitch. Tatum up the middle. Good is over. Waits for the 5th pop. It's tricky. His throw is still in time. No runs, 2 hits, an error, and 2 men left on base. The Ballers do not score, and after 2, it's 3-0 Ogden on 860 AM. The Answer. Top of the third, we love Raimondi, but we can also go all kinds of different places with Nevada Cullen's wide world of baseball. It's 3-0 Raptors.
And we will be talking about the hometown of a Raptor. That's right, Tyler. I know you've been waiting for this one. Bay Minette, Alabama. I looked it up.
We talked about Bay Minette earlier.
We did, and it is pronounced Bay Minette. I was not crazy. It is the hometown of Ogden's Chris Sargent, who bats second in this inning.
Bagneski, Sargent, then Fontenot against Porter, who had a 1-2-3 second. His first pitch is swung on, hit down the left field line. This will slice out of play.
So Bay Minette is a small town. Only 8,107 as of 2020.
It's an extremely accurate number.
It is a city in Baldwin County, Alabama. It is 35 minutes northeast of Mobile. You kind of got to curve around some water. And 6 miles west of the Florida border.
It's 0-1. I would hope there is actually also a actual bay there. Bagneski takes a strike. He's going to challenge. That one is surprising. Oh, and 2 on Bagneski.
Bay Minette is close to Mobile Bay. You got to go technically across Mobile Bay to get to Bay Minette.
Porter to the plate. Fouled away.
And Tyler, that's all I have on Bay Minette. It's so small.
Your deep dive, you opened up that big atlas, and that's the best you could find?
It's tiny.
I thought you were going to give me some good Yelp reviews or something. Here's the 0-2 on its way to Bagneski. Does not offer at the high strike, and Grant Myers confirms that at third.
The only thing I could find was just something about
1-2 on its way, and that is low again, 2-2.
I don't even know how to put this. There was a proposed law in like 2011 to try to turn the city around and help out those that had been incarcerated.
Okay.
It didn't pass.
2-2 on its way, and that is high. It's 3-2. Well, Porter has now thrown 3 straight out of the zone, and to this leadoff man whom he walked previously, he should attack him here. 3-2. Here it comes. It's swung on and missed.
Bagneski pulled out the sword right there, half swing, and just went right through it. Porter gets his 4th K.
Sargent from Bay Minette. Now, technically, on the roster, his hometown says Wilmer, Alabama.
Oh, well, I was looking at Baseball Reference.
Okay, well. First pitch is swung on and missed. He was born in Bay Minette, my friend.
There we go. And he did go to school there, Coastal Alabama Community College, Bay Minette.
I feel like we need to talk about Wilmer, Alabama now, though. The 0-1 on its way. That's down low.
Wilmer is an unincorporated community. And so I don't even know if they have a listed population.
1-1 to Sargent. Swing and a miss over the big breaking ball. It's 1-2. He popped out in the first to the shortstop Cobb.
It was named in honor of Richard Hooker Wilmer, the 2nd Bishop of Alabama in the Episcopal Church.
All right. But I would imagine fairly close by.
Let me look that up.
Sargent stands back in. 1 away here at the top of the third. 3-0 Raptors. Porter set. Now he goes into the windup. The pitch is off the knob of the bat, and Sargent did not try to sell it.
It's actually 45 minutes away from Bay Minette.
Okay.
It's northwest of Mobile.
Okay. One, 2. Porter way outside that time. It's 2-2. The Ballers will have one more homestand right after this. 6 more games starting Tuesday with the Grand Junction Jackalopes. Again, the first time that those 2 franchises will play each other. The next pitch is well outside. It's 3-2.
He was ready to challenge it. It was called a ball, though.
It was a pitch that Porter really had to try to bring back in, but was well off the plate. Another 3-2. The pitch, Sargent swings, pops this up. Over is Almanza, nearing his dugout. He will not have a play. It falls into the Ballers' dugout. It's 3-2.
It's the closest I've seen to a baseball almost hitting our Synergy cameras.
Would be a shame. Be one less camera to have to upload, though.
We do have an extra one, though, so it's not entirely true.
3-2, 1 out. Bases empty here in the third. Porter, a shakeoff, now into his motion. The 3-2 again is a ground ball toward Cobb. Gets a big hop, backhands it. His throw is just in time, and Almanza keeps his foot on the bag. A little bit of a double clutch from Cobb, but it gets the job done.
Sargent swung at ball 4 there. That was way off the plate. Just poked it to short. The righty reaches out at that outside pitch and flips it to Cobb for out number 2.
Fairly protective swing, to be sure.
Yeah.
Now here's True Fontenot. He shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a strike.
This doesn't even look like the same pitcher from the first inning. Dylan Porter has settled in fairly well in this game.
Setting up very low is the catcher, and it swung on and fouled away. That was a missed location fastball from Porter, and he got away with it. That was belt high. The Northern Colorado Owls have won a game.
Wow.
They are now 1-6, which means the Vibes are now 6-1. It's just one big league, so the Ballers at least gain a half gain on Rocky Mountain. 0-2. Porter throws, and it's fouled away by Fontenot. Looking for his second 1-2-3 inning in a row. Where does he go here? Tatum sets up low again. Porter fires, and the fastball is off the plates. Again to Fontenot, breaking ball low. 2-2. Fontenot laying off. That one much closer to the zone that time. 2-2 is swung on and missed. Chased the fastball, and the inning is over. 4 strikeouts for Porter, and he now has retired 7 Raptors in a row. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for the bottom of the third. Top of the order for the Ballers on the other side on 860 AM. The Answer.
Striking out with leaky pipes, bases loaded with clogged drains. Step up to the plate and call the pros at Mr. Reuter Plumbing. We're the home team when it comes to reliable service. Family owned, locally trusted, and proudly serving the greater Oakland area, San Francisco, and the peninsula. With honest, dependable service, Mr. Reuter Plumbing is always ready in the bullpen. Don't let plumbing problems throw you a curveball. Mr. Reuter Plumbing is here when you need us.
3-0 Ogden. Cobb leading it off, followed by Helmig and Druick against Miguel Hernandez, who has kept the Ballers off the board through the first 2 innings. Cobb takes a strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. First pitch fastball, a surprise from Hernandez, the righty. A pitch to Cobb. He takes a breaking ball for strike 2.
A lot of good breaking balls today by Hernandez. Angled down and away from the righties and low and in on the lefties.
The 0-2. Swung on, hits the left field. That's a base hit, and that's what Tremaine Cobb Jr. does. 2 more hits for him today.
That's 5 multi-hit games and 6 tries as a pro. Tremaine Cobb Jr. He's a fun baller to watch. I don't know how much longer he'll be a baller.
I just was going to say, I'm afraid we might have to enjoy him while he is here.
And if that's the case, we'll take it.
Here is Lou Helmig now, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat on a big breaking ball toward his back foot. First pitch, he fouls back. A late decision to swing that time by Helmig on a breaking ball that was coming in toward his hands.
It was a hanging breaking ball, but because it was pretty high and in, he wasn't able to get barrel to it.
0-1. Hernandez throws, and Helmig takes a strike. So it's a quick 0-2 to Helmig.
That was one to swing at.
Cobb stole base last time he was on. Gets into a decent lead now. 0-2. Helmig takes a fastball inside. There you go again with the pitching backwards. That one at 89. That's, I think, the fastest pitch we have seen from Hernandez today.
lot of difference in the velo between that and the breaking ball.
1-2. Breaking ball, and that is a ball. It's challenged by the catcher. That is going to be too high.
Ogden's down to one challenge early in the game. Where have we seen this one
2-2
before?
to Helmig. I would not take that pitch again.
No.
That was almost a half ball above the zone. That is too close on 2 strikes. 2-2 on its way. The pitch to Helmig. He swings and fouls that one off his leg. And he's going to need a second.
That was another curveball there from Hernandez. Had a lot of cut to it.
That was reminiscent of the pitch he swung and missed at, though, diving
Yes.
down and in toward him. 3-0 Ogden here in the bottom of the third. Cobb has led off the inning with a single. The Ballers have had a leadoff hit in each of the first 3 innings. They have had a man in scoring position in each of the first 2. They have not yet scored against Hernandez. 2-2 to Helmig. There goes Cobb. It's swung on, grounded toward the hole. It's past Mize. Picks it up, throws to first. It's in time. So it's going to be a put out 3-1, who Mize reached behind him to make that play. And Helmig walks back to the dugout, maybe still a little sore. That'll bring up Davis Druick. Well, the Ballers again have a runner in scoring position. Can Druick do anything about it? He struck out looking in his first at bat.
If he can just get one to the outfield here, maybe send one through the right side, or go Oppo again like he has all series, that would behoove the Ballers.
First pitch, fastball, a called strike 1. Actually, that was not a fastball. That was the changeup there. Soft, soft, soft. 0-1. Druick looks at strike 2. That time a fastball on the inside part of the zone. And Druick has just not looked comfortable so far in the 2 at-bats.
No, Hernandez has had his number, as has Helmig.
0-2. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout 4 for Hernandez, who might be looking like a reverse splits guy.
Right. I mean, the lefties have definitely been worse against him. Helmig and Druick, I mean, this is a carbon copy right now of the first inning. Helmig did not strike out, but same result. Cobb ended up going to second after Helmig's at bat, and then Druick left him at second.
Almanza waits and now takes a fastball high.
And if I'm a lefty at this point, easier said than done, but I'm sitting, breaking ball.
I just was
up
about
in
to
the
say
zone.
that.
Yeah.
Literally about to say that exact same thing.
They've been doing so well at going oppo, too, so if they get one high and outside.
Almanza takes low. Sargent knows he has one challenge left. He may have wanted to challenge that. It was below the zone. It's a good thing he did not. 2-0. Umpires have had a pretty good week. Breaking ball, that one's definitely in the zone. It's 2-1. All the hits in the game have come by right-handed hitters.
Yep.
The 2-1. Almanza swings, fouls that away.
The Ballers were probably thinking, okay, another righty. We've been doing well against the righties with our lefty bats in the past 2 games. Well, turns out Hernandez might just be a reverse splits guy. I think Zach St. Pierre is the same way.
Zach, I do know, had a lot of success against lefties last year. 2-2. Almanza waits. Hernandez a double look to second. Now he fires in. It's a line drive to right field. Oyama is in. Oyama will go to dive, and he can't make the catch. Here comes Cobb, and it's a run on the board as Almanza just does get it under the glove of Oyama. It's 3-1.
Almanza, the team leader in RBI, is the first to double figures. That's number 10 for the lefty. And finally, a left-handed hit against Hernandez.
And that was not hit high enough to where Oyama could really go into a dead sprint. That was a line drive that was sort of headed in his vicinity, but he just could not get the exact read on it, and almost a great catch. Now Harris. First pitch fouled back. Venomous swing that time, and he wanted that changeup right down the middle of the plate. 0-1.
Harris singled first time, just kind of blooped it into center field, maybe a little towards left. Good. It was a line drive, but wasn't hit that hard.
0-1. Harris, big breaking ball. There's a strike.
It was also a broken bat, so it was only about 70 miles an hour off the lumber, and it snapped the lumber.
A hit in the second for Harris. 3 runs batted in the series for him. Here comes the 0-2. Way outside. Now here in the bottom of the third in a 3-1 game with 2 outs, the 56th pitch about to be thrown by Hernandez. Harris looks at strike 3 called pretty much right down the middle of the plate. And again, another baller who was not looking for a fastball and takes it for strike 3. The Ballers do score a run on 2 hits, the Christian Almanza RBI single. And we move on to the fourth. It's Ogden 3 and Oakland 1 on 860 AM, The Answer. Your line score through 3 innings here on a sunny, albeit windy day in Oakland, California. A nice crowd in the stands. 3 runs on 4 hits and an error for the Ogden Raptors. 1 run on 5 hits and no errors for the Oakland Ballers. And Nevada Cullen to take you through the middle innings of this series finale.
Thank you, Tyler. Well, you know what time it is for the second straight day. It's time for Nevada's culinary curiosities because as it is Sunday, there is the Prescott Market going on, not far away from Raimondi Park. And the first pitch of the fourth is a strike on the outside corner from Porter, who's been much better since the first inning, 0-1. 0-1 from the righty, working quickly. Pitch to the righty, good is high, 1-1. So Tyler, why don't you tell the folks what I ate today, because you did recommend it to me.
I did recommend it, and I partaked as well, or partook. Whatever the past participle. What is the past participle there?
1-1 ripped foul off to the right.
Some lovely tamales from the Prescott Farmers Market. I must admit, I feel bad. I do not know the name of
I was hoping you would.
But of the tent, I guess you could call it.
So if you leave Raimondi Park, if you go to the market, the farmers market, it's about 2 tenths down to the left. So you'll find it instantly. Ground ball, third base. Druick fields on a 2 bounces. Throw to first. Oh, no. That one was a bad throw. Almanza got dragged off the bag, and it is an E5 that allows Good to reach to lead off the inning.
He almost took too much time there, Druick, to really think about that. But I did have the pork tamale with the salsa verde, so I will say for the second time it was just as good as my first.
And I had that one. I also had the salsa roja for the shredded beef tamale. And I was very much a fan. I had one of each, one of yours, one of mine. Called strike on Mize, 0-1.
Well, you
And
didn't have one of mine. I had my own, my friend, but
That's
you did
true.
have a pork.
I did have a pork.
No one was touching my tamale.
I liked the beef more. I thought it had a little more kick to it. 0-1 swing and a miss at the changeup, nothing in 2. But I'd say an 8 out of 10 today for those tamales. Those were excellent. I got 2 of them, and it was a wonderful lunch. Really enjoyed it. Good, the runner at first. Next to Mize is low and in, 1 and 2. 3-1 Ogden over Oakland, top of the 4th, no one out. An error to start the inning. Good reached for the second time. Mize had an RBI single his first time up. Righty pitcher, lefty batter. Next toss. Little jump over there at first from Good. And Porter will zing it over there, but Good is back safely with plenty of time. Ogden scored 3 in the first inning. Porter had not let a runner reach since then, until this error to lead off this frame. 1-2, high outside corner, strike 3 call, and Mize knew it. He instantly started walking towards the dugout, and Porter has 6 strikeouts through just 3 1/3. 1 down. Perfectly located pitch on the high outside corner by Porter. Gets Mize looking. Brings up Carmine Lane, who struck out in the first. First pitch swinging, though, and he lines it into center field this time around. So the Raptors get runners at first and second with 1 out here in the 4th. And they already lead 3-1 against the Ballers. Next, Kenny Oyama after the single, the first hit of this inning by Ogden. A single up the middle by Lane. That is just Lane's second hit of the season through 6 games. Oyama, a lefty, takes a first pitch ball that dives low and in. 3-1 Ogden Raptors against the Oakland Ballers in the top of the 4th here at Raimondi Park in West Oakland. Good reached on an error. He's at second. Lane is at first with the single. Oyama grounded out first time up. Pitch from the righty Porter is taken just low, 2-0. Oyama, the 26-year-old California native, Trabuco Canyon, playing in career game number 69 with the Ogden Raptors. 63 games played last year for him. Hit 242. 2 for 15, now 2 for 16 this series. He takes the 2-0, a changeup in for strike 1. That was breezed right over center. Ogden attempting to respond from the Ballers, getting on the scoreboard in the bottom of the 3rd. Oyama takes high and away. Hitters count 3-1. So Porter needs to execute here. He's in danger of walking. The bases loaded. Bases loaded, none out in the first inning. Ogden ended up scoring 3. There is 1 out here in the 4th. And the 3-1 is breezed in for a strike. Again, the changeup, pretty middle, maybe up in the zone. Oyama did not go after it. The count is full. The runners could try to run. There is 1 out, though, so they could still be thrown out. And the payoff is poked foul, left side in the air, out of play, just behind the Ogden dugout, third base side. That rolls into the street. Causes a dark-colored Honda to stop. Didn't want to run over the baseball. Count remains full. Good and Lane, the runners. Oyama waves the tan bat behind his left ear. Runners take off, but it's ball 4. High and away. Bases juiced for the leadoff man, Damian Stone. The Bay Area native, he's from Fremont. But before him, Aaron Miles comes out, which could spell the end of the day for Dylan Porter. An error did not help him this inning. Should have been 2 outs when Lane singled. That's the second walk to Oyama. Slow walk up to the mound from Aaron Miles, maybe still pondering his decision. He does point to the bullpen, and that is it for Porter. He does not make it through the fourth. He leaves the bases loaded with one out. Oakland trailing 3-1. We'll tell you about the new Baller's Arm when you return here on 860 AM The Answer.
Single and walk. That's like Collier. Sir. This is Collier, yeah.
New pitcher for Oakland. Top of the fourth, bases loaded, one out, trailing Ogden 3-1. It's James Collier who enters the game for the second time this season. Wednesday against Ogden, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts for the 6'3", 225-pound righty. 26 years old from Hayward, California, formerly of Cal State East Bay.
Well, for Porter, it's 3 1/3 innings. He allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, all were earned, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. He threw 82 pitches in today's contest, and all 3 runners are his responsibility, although the runner at third did reach on the error by Druick.
So bases loaded against Collier, the new arm, a right-hander, a tall right-hander at 6'3". Faces Damian Stone, who is 1 for 2 today with a pop-out and a single.
They bring in Collier for a strikeout.
And the first pitch is golfed in the air to center field. This will get another run home for the Raptors as O'Hara camps underneath, makes the squeeze, and throws towards third to keep the runners at first and second, besides Good, who scores on the sac fly. So Stone gets the job done, and the Raptors answer the Ballers 1 at the bottom of the third with 1 here in the top of the fourth. It's 4-1 with 2 down and 2 on.
That's the free one for Ogden on the E5. So for Porter, it's 4 runs, 3 earned. And now with 2 outs, Porter will not have any more earned runs than just 3.
That's right, because of the error. First pitch swing from Cole Jordan, flies it to right field. Helmig misplayed it, and it drops in front of him. Then he fumbles the baseball. A run scores. The throw goes in towards home, and that almost allows the runner Jordan to go to second. Just a bad play out there and right from Helmig.
I don't know if he wasn't ready for that, or if he just missed it in the air.
It is an RBI single for Jordan. That allows Lane to score and Oyama to get to third. It's 5-1 Ballers. Well, whatever happened out there and right for Helmig, this inning definitely should be over. 2 errors in this inning. That one doesn't count as an error. Druick's does to start the frame. Runners at the corners for Connor Bagneski. A walk and a strikeout today for him. First pitch low, 1-0. 5-1 Raptors over the Ballers in the top of the fourth inning. 2 outs. Man at the corners, again, Oyama and Jordan against Collier. He checks to first. Runner almost breaks towards home, but decides not to. Jordan is safe at first. Now a hack, and it's lined to the right side. Harris fields. The throw to Collier is offline. A run scores. It's an infield hit. Good effort by Harris and Collier as that ball was hit past the first baseman Almanza. It's 6-1 Raptors.
So that's the book closed on Porter. It's 6 runs, 3 earned.
Again, an error by Druick this inning really hurt things. And now there are runners at first and second with 2 outs for Sargent, the 8th batter to bat in this inning for Ogden. They lead 6-1 after a 3-run top of the 4th inning. 2 down. Pitch from Collier is popped out of play to the right side. Sargent 0 for 2 today. Cobb has been responsible for both outs, a pop out to short and then a ground out to short. A 1 count, righty-righty matchup. Collier kind of crouches down before standing up and getting settled in the stretch. His 0-1 is cut on and missed, nothing in 2.
That's the good stuff from James there. That's 92 in on the hands. Hard thrower. We've seen him get up to 94.
Oh and 2, 2 outs. Collier trying to avoid any further damage in this frame. Collier set, runners creeping. It's a ball low. So 1 and 2 on Sargent. Again, 0 for 2 today. However, he does have a 5-game hit streak to start the season. 7 for 21 in this series entering with 6 RBI and 2 homers. He's trying to break this game open for sure. He bounces one to Druick at third. He opts to go to first with it, and it's a strong throw in time for out number 3. But 3 runs in the inning for the Ogden Raptors as they grow their lead. It's 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left for Ogden, who lead 6-1 as we head to the home 4th. They're on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the 4th, 6-1 Ogden leads Oakland. Nevada calling alongside Tyler Peterson. Thanks for listening to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal, home, and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at HEFFINS.com. That's HEFFINS.com. I actually went and typed that into my computer today to make sure that link works. It does take you to Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Michael O'Hara started off for the Ballers, trying to answer after Ogden put up 3 in the top of this inning to establish a 5-run lead. Ballers just scored in the bottom of the 3rd. O'Hara, fielder's choice first time, takes low and in for ball 1. Hernandez so far has scattered runners. 4 left on base with the first 3 for the Ballers. 5 hits and only 1 run to show for it. O'Hara takes low for a strike. 1-1. So far, so good for Ogden's Miguel Hernandez, their 6th starter this week. O'Hara through the right side, base hit. And Michael O'Hara is heating up for Oakland. He's on a 4-game hit streak. It's the 4th time in 4 innings, Tyler, that the Ballers have had the leadoff man reach on singles. And they need to start getting some extra base hits.
You want to talk about scattering 6 hits? Well, single in the first, single in the second, 2 batters later, single in the second, single in the third, 3 batters later, single in the third, single to start the 4th. We need some extra base hits, absolutely.
First to Buford outside. A lot of singles. Someone better put a ring on it.
This guy has one of the singles. Mr. Buford, good to see him back in the lineup today after 2 games off.
He's on a 4-game hit streak himself after that knock. Takes outside 2-0. 7 hits for Ogden, 6 for Oakland. The difference is in the run department mainly, where the score is separated by 5. Buford pops it up. Last time it fell in the outfield. This time it's the shortstop Good out in the outfield who makes the catch in shallow center for the first out.
O'Hara really had to take an honest look to see whether or not Good was going to have trouble with that. He almost did.
So Buford continues to get under the ball. 1 down, runner on first. Titiali'i next, who struck out looking his first time up. Against Hernandez, who has punched out 5 on the day. 6-1 Ogden over Oakland, bottom 4. 1 out, runner at first is O'Hara. Titiali'i tried to check his swing. It won't matter. It's a called strike at 80 north of the zone. 0-1. That was a good hold from Titiali'i. A missed call by Ricardo Rodriguez there. And now he cuts and fouls one off. It's 0-2. Titiali'i back-to-back games with 4 RBI and a long ball. Grand slam Friday late in the 8th inning. Yesterday, a 2-run shot. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Nearly lost the helmet there. Just a little too aggressive that time, which I guess beats striking out looking. So 2 down. Brings up Dylan Tatum. 2 down, runner at first is O'Hara. Ballers chasing 5. 6-1 Ogden Raptors. Home 4th inning.
Nice crowd today, 1,954 enjoying a sunny Oakland Sunday.
Beautiful day outside in the 60s. Sunny. Tatum takes high 1-0. You can wear a t-shirt and get away with it today.
It might be a little cold with the wind and you might get a sunburn, but you can.
Good for you for thinking about the sun. 1-0. Tatum cranks one foul to left.
I don't know if you noticed, but I do need to think about the sun.
Yep, we both burn usually.
I did pick up 1 or 2 along the way during spring training. Shades.
To the best of us.
Shades, that is.
1-1 count. Righty Hernandez, righty Tatum. Pitch loops in. Big breaker for a called strike. Let's see what that one looked like.
Oakland has not challenged yet.
That had just about 1.5 to 2 feet of dip to it.
That's induced vert, though.
That's true. Tatum pops it up to center field. And I don't know if Oyama sees it. Now he does. Wow, what a recovery from Oyama, who did not see that fly ball at first, lost it in the sun or just the high sky, and still recovers and makes the catch. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for the Ballers in the 4th. It's 6-1 Ogden as we go to the 5th on 8:60 a.m. The Answer. salute to soldiers here on Memorial Day weekend at Raimondi Park. It is our Military Appreciation Day as we honor those who are serving and have served. It is 6-1 Ogden over Oakland here in the top of the fifth. Nevada calling alongside Tyler Peterson. And it is time for the question and the answer. Before we hear Tyler's question, I want to say that I noticed we already had some questions sent in by some listeners on YouTube, and we appreciate those. We will get to those next week, maybe early in the week. But for now.
Or maybe later today if the score continues to balloon.
We might just. Game dependent, we'll put it that way. So Tyler, take it away with today's question on the answer.
Very simple. What are you folks doing tomorrow? How are you celebrating your Memorial Day? What are your plans? Let us know. I don't know what I'm doing yet because it's an off day that I have to work.
Yep.
And then I may go to a cookout, may go to the beach.
Okay.
Figure out something to do for your Memorial Day. What are you doing? I really want to know. Nevada, do you know what you're doing?
Yep. I'll be getting ready for that Grand Junction series.
All right.
I will be doing prep. I'm addicted. I'm married to the game for now. Before I actually get married. I do like a grill cookout for Memorial Day. That's always a good way to do it. Burgers, dogs, brats, the works.
A grill is a grill. This, I surely know.
All right. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be girl.
Nope.
No? Grill?
A grill is a grill. This I surely know.
True Fontenot takes ball one to start the top of the fifth inning. How is it that we've gotten you to sing on back-to-back days of the broadcast?
But this grill is not a home.
Everything you're saying is over my head right now, and you know it. You're so smug over there. 1-0 outside on Fontenot, 2-0. He has struck out twice. That was against the starter Porter. This is James Collier, the reliever, in his second inning of work. Recorded 2 outs in the fourth. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed.
Nevada, this kitchen is not the same without you.
We're in a press box, and I'm here. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sure somebody on YouTube does, though. 2-1. Tatum tried to bring it back. He challenges it. Ballers might be down to their final challenge. No. Was that their first challenge?
That is their first challenge of the day.
All right. I got ahead of myself. They're wrong. So it's 3-1. So Tatum burns a challenge to start the fifth with no one on and a 2-1 count. It's now 3-1. Not saying it was a bad idea, just saying the spot in which he chose to use it was, well, interesting. 3-1 pitch from Collier is bounced too short, and Cobb gobbles it up, throws to first, in time for the out, and Dylan Tatum might not want to challenge next time in that same situation. Still able to get the out, and there's one down. Base is empty for Elliott Good. 6-1 Ogden over Oakland. If you are listening on the YouTube stream, feel free to answer what are you doing for Memorial Day? Celebrating with friends and family?
Jeff says Nancy and I are going to be watching a replay of Saturday's game. That's not a bad way to go in the Butts household.
No. Reed sparkled yesterday.
Career highs?
7 innings. Yes, the first pitch bends in for a strike to Good, 0-1. Tyler and I just failed to catch the fact that Reed had not gone 7 innings as a pro yet, and he did so yesterday. So congrats to Reed on a career high in innings pitched. Next is Lowe, 1-1. He had pitched into the 7th.
I do know that Reed, after he walked off the mound in the 7th, said to one of our crew down in the dugout, one of the social media people, I better be the player of the game after this.
I love that they want to be interviewed. That's good. Collier locates a strike, I should say, on the outside corner. 1-2 on Good, who has been productive today, scoring once after reaching on an error and hitting a 2-run single all the way back in inning number 1. 1-2 pitch, yanked low. Good, a second half addition for the Raptors last year, making his pro debut on July 15th against Rocky Mountain. He hit .298 in 45 games. He starts the year with the Raptors in 2025 and is on a 5-game hit streak. 2-2 righty-righty matchup. Collier size and delivers. It's lined right back over him and into right center field. Cut off in the gap by O'Hara, as Good has a 2-hit game, his first of the year. Not much the Ballers defense could do with that one.
Another fan on our question on the answer segment on our YouTube stream says, I'm going to spend tomorrow looking at the Bees schedule to figure out what game I want to come to next week. I'm going to make it easy for you. There's 6 of them. Just come to all of them. Come up to the booth, say hi, get involved.
All right. I hear you. Ground ball, double play chance to second, flip to second for 1, throw from Cobb to first in time. Double play. 4-6-3, Harris, Cobb, Almanza. And that ends the 5th, the top of the 5th at least, as we'll head to the home half. Ogden going down 1-2-3. Ballers trailing 6-1, hoping to put some more runs on the board here on 860 AM The Answer. Bottom of the 5th inning from Ramondi Park. 6-1 Ogden leads Oakland. Top of the lineup for the Ballers against Hernandez, who 2 times through the order has allowed 6 hits but just 1 run, keeping the Ballers off balance all day with 6 strikeouts, Tyler. He has been fantastic.
He has been a atypical Pioneer League pitcher, at least in the way he attacks hitters.
Pitching backwards and throws a first pitch curve to Cobb, who takes low 1-0. Cobb is the lone baller to hit safely twice today against him. And he takes a breaking ball high and tight this time. 2-0. Cobb has 14 hits in 28 at-bats in this series, hitting .500 as a pro thus far. And now he takes low and outside. And the on-base percentage came in at .481. Yeah, that'll play.
This is a take a pitch, leave a pitch situation right here.
3-0, breaking ball grooved in for a strike. Just crazy that on 3-0, it's still not a fastball. Hernandez is clearly treats his curveball like his fastball and his fastball like his curveball, if that makes sense. 3-1 is a curveball in. Cobb has reached all 3 times. It's only the first walk all game for Hernandez.
Now here's a guy that needs a positive result in this game.
It's been a tough day for Lou, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a play that he should have made out in right field. Runner at first, no one out. Bottom of the 5th. First to Helmig, cranked high and pretty deep to right center field. It is caught by Oyama on the track, and then he just whips the ball in quickly. Fantastic speed out there in center by Oyama to rob Helmig of extra bases.
Well, all the power was generated by Helmick right there because it was 80 coming in and 97 out. Wrong part of the yard. That's the deepest part of the yard. That's deeper than Oracle Park.
That's a high bar as Druick stands in. Finally, a good swing from Helmig today. That's got to feel good, but feels less good that he flew out as Druick takes high and away 1-0. he's hoping to have a better swing this time around. Strikeout looking, strikeout swinging for Druick today on a 4-game hit streak. As he takes low and in 2-0. Evan Parker now comes out to the mound to talk to his pitcher, and that's something we have not seen from the Ballers today so far from Cobb and Druick, is just patience. Working the walk was Cobb, going ahead 2-0 Druick, laying off the breaking ball low, or in some cases high. It's also the usage of that curveball is interesting from Hernandez, because he tends to throw it high more than he throws it low, or just as much. Fans here, Ramondi counting down that mound visit.
Brian Carmel is checking in with us on our question on the answer. I'd like to know what
it was
Brian's Memorial Day plans are.
I know what it was. 2-0. Tapped foul. You said that Reed Butts came off the mound saying he wanted to be the player of the game.
Yes.
So he must have said it to Brian Carmel. Lovely. Happy belated to his father. We celebrated yesterday, I believe. It's been a week. 2-1 to Druick is rolled to second. This is a tailor-made twin killing, and the throw to first is in time. 4-6-3 for the double play, and that's the first double play turned by Ogden today after the Ballers have just turned one earlier this inning. Both teams turn a 4-6-3 double play. In the fifth, the Ballers get no runs on no hits, no errors, and leave none. We go to the sixth. It's 6-1 Ogden over Oakland here at Ramondi Park. This is Ballers Baseball on 860 AM The Answer. New pitcher for the Ballers here in the top of the sixth. It's 6-1 Ogden. Alec Rodriguez takes over. Alec, not Alex, has thrown 2 innings, has not given up a hit in this series. No runs, a walk, and a strikeout last pitching on Friday. 6-foot right-hander, 24 years old, from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, enters the game. He played his college ball at St. Joe's.
James Collier allowed 3 hits. No runs, no walks, no strikeouts, 1 2/3 innings pitched. He did a good job, and honestly, as many runs as he allowed Inherited to come in, he really shouldn't have been tagged for as many hits as he was. The defense today, more like we saw in the middle and start of the series than we had the last couple days.
A little bit of regression from the Ballers defense. It's been a poor week for them, but that's what you want. Your worst defensive week of the season ideally will be week 1. Hopefully the rest is up. Rodriguez, first pitch is bounced foul by Lane. Nice play on a couple hops just north of the third base coach's box, Evan Parker, who tosses it over the bleachers and out of play. Thankfully, it still is in the ballpark, as one fan will get the lucky souvenir. This next pitch is popped behind short. Cobb is out, Titiali'i in, and Cobb makes the squeeze, 1 down.
That's a ball that I want Titiali'i to come in a little more tough on. I mean, Cobb got there, and he's an athlete, but ultimately you want the left fielder calling you off.
Next is Oyama, who made a great catch last inning. 1 out, bases empty, 6-1 Ogden over Oakland. That's the score here. Tyler, what about some scores from around the league after this pitch to Oyama? The first is a strike.
Somewhat spoiled you on one already. In game 1 of a doubleheader in Rocky Mountain, the Northern Colorado Owls won the game 7-1.
Good for them, first one of the year. 0-1 from Rodriguez is breezed high.
The second game, it's the bottom of the first. Vibes already up 3-0.
That tracks.
In Idaho, the All-Idaho series, the Hawks lead the Chuckers 6-4.
Ooh, Chuckers still unbeaten, yes? Oyama takes the ball in the dirt.
They're the last unbeaten team in the league. They won the first 5. It's the top of the 9th. The Hawks looking to put them away.
It is very hard to get a 6-game sweep.
Let's go to Montana. 2 all-Montana matchups. Range Riders 6, Great Falls 3. That in the bottom of the 8th. Mustangs and Paddleheads, it's Missoula up 5-3 in the 7th.
2-1. High, 3-1. I believe it's Missoula and Glacier attempting to take both series.
Yeah, I believe you have that right. Going up 80 and then 5, Yuba Sutter with a 12-4 lead over Grand Junction.
3-1 gets away from the catcher Tatum. So Oyama steals first. Just kidding. It's a walk.
We have not seen a player yet attempt the uncaught pitch rule. It's not technically a stolen base. It is the uncaught pitch rule. It's an advancement on a wild pitch or pass ball on a non-strikeout count.
Runner on first, 1 out against Rodriguez. Here's the leadoff man, Damian Stone. A hit today, a sac fly as well, and a run scored. And
oh, my Lord.
Alec Rodriguez never really checked the runner, and nobody communicated to him that Oyama was off and running. He steals second without much effort needed.
And that really cannot happen. That's not the first time.
First pitch was a ball to Stone.
That is a timing play if I've ever seen one.
1-0. Pitch from Rodriguez outside, 2-0, and he's struggling with his command here in the 6th inning. After getting the pop out of lane, he has missed on 6 of his last 7 pitches. Runner at second is Oyama. 2-0 toss. Stone takes low. So that might not end up mattering because it's a 3-0 count, and Stone likely with the red light here as Ogden hopes to put up another crooked number here in the 6th.
The faintest of silver linings from Nevada Calling.
3-0. Yeah, I was right. It didn't matter that they stole that base because Stone just walked on 4 pitches. Got to look at the positives, right?
You have a bunt here from Cole Jordan.
Yep. 1 out? No. Jordan has 2 hits today. If I were a Magic 8-ball, I would say seems unlikely. Signs point to no. Better luck next time. This is why I'm not a Magic 8-ball. Outside. That's 9 of the last 10 Rodriguez has failed to throw for a strike. 1-0 on Cole Jordan, his second multi-hit game of the season, rather. RBI single in the 4th. He's 2 for 3 with a strikeout. Runners are Oyama and Stone. Jordan, that's nowhere close, takes in.
This might be a time for Tatum to run out there and maybe calm things down. Maybe not.
Jordan will dig back in from the right side. Rodriguez has been pumping heat. That was 93, but way in. And the 2-0 is a strike. Barely. Caught the top of the zone.
It's a pitcher's strike, and sometimes you don't earn those if you're wild like that.
But Rodriguez apparently did. 2-1 pitch. Pitch outside, 3-1. Well, he does share a last name with the home plate umpire, Ricardo. Collusion?
No. I think I would have seen a couple more of these called if that was the case.
No relation. Alex 3-1. Not close. 5-pitch walk, 4-pitch walk, 5-pitch walk. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bagneski is the hitter.
Well, they're not fooling around now because Chewy's up in that bullpen.
Oyama to third, Stone to second. It's the third walk of the inning for Rodriguez, and Jim Diedrich takes the slow walk to the hill to buy Chewy time.
This is where the experience pays off. You have a first-time professional athlete on that mound. You have a catcher who spent multiple years in an affiliate system, and you have a former Major League Baseball player. That is good for you. The tips of the pro tips, the tricks of the trade, all that stuff coming out right now to try to settle down Rodriguez, who's just walked the bases loaded.
How about the play of Daniel Harris at second today? I think we've seen some good effort from him, and he's turned a double play today. Good to see him back out at second base.
He nearly made a really nice play going to his left.
I didn't think he was even going to get to that ball, so the mere fact that he did was impressive. Druick still working out the Kings over at third. Cobb has looked amazing at short. And Almanz has picked a few balls over at first base, so infield defense from the Ballers slowly improving.
The room for growth is still very much there.
Bases loaded, 1 out for Bagneski, 6-1 Ogden. First pitch hit high to left field. TT Ali at the wall, reaches up and makes the grab. It's a sac fly as 1 run scores. Going to third base is Stone. Oyama touches home to make it 7-1 Ogden in the top of inning number 6. Second RBI of the game for Bagneski. And boy, did I think that was a grand slam.
Well, I think Bagneski did too. I mean, you shoot for that wall, and without how many we have seen go out to left field in this series. Right now, the wind is blowing to left. That was wind aided. He just did not get it.
So Oyama advanced to home. Stone advanced to third, but Jordan stays at first base. And Sargent is next. First to the righty is dragged over by Tatum, but it's a ball outside, 1-0. And if the Ballers want a chance to come back in this game, they're not out of it yet, but they've got to stop the bleeding here at 7-1 here in the top of the 6th with 2 outs. Pitch from Rodriguez is popped up. Tatum attempting to find it, but no one knows where this ball is. It's out of play. Fans are ducking. I think it landed. There's a high pop fly foul out of play. Chris Sargent 0 for 3 today. Has hit in every game so far, though, this season. All-star last year in the Pioneer League for Ogden. And he pops up behind home again, 1-2. Led Ogden with 95 RBI last season. He's at 6 at this moment in time. But a base hit here would put him at 7 with a runner at third in Stone. Jordan over at first. 2 outs, 7-1 Ogden. First of the 6th inning. Sargent stands back of the box, taps the blue barreled bat on the plate, and then circles it in front of his chest before bouncing it off his right shoulder. Pitch from Rodriguez. A half swing. Did he go? Ricardo Rodriguez will appeal to first, and he had his first instincts confirmed by first base umpire Mike Blanchard. Yes, in fact, Sargent went, and that is the first strikeout for Rodriguez today. He strands runners on the corners, and after walking the bases loaded with only 1 out in the 6th, he allows just 1 run, stranding a pair. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 7-1 Ogden over Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. Home sixth, 7-1 Ogden over Oakland. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Ballers. District Council 16 painters and allied trades represent the best in the business. Painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor coverers, proudly serving Northern California and Nevada. They stand for top-tier training, great wages, strong benefits, and dignity on the job. Join the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades today. District Council 16, building the future one skilled trade at a time. First to Christian Almanza is a strike, 0-1 as we begin the bottom of the sixth. 4, 5, and 6 to hit against Hernandez. By far one of Ogden's best starters this week. Almanza takes in 1-1. So far we saw Van Sickle go 5, Chapman go 4, Elliott go 4, Santa Cruz did not make it past the third, and Bass went 5. It's the first time we've seen as Almanza pops it up. Left side foul, angling out of play. It does get out. 1-2. It's the first we've seen an Ogden pitcher pitch into the sixth in this series. A welcome sight for Evan Parker's bunch.
Well, it's a difference between a pitcher and a thrower. He's out there with a clue. You understand that he knows how to pitch. It's a little bit different from what we see in the Pioneer League sometimes of guys throwing the pitch that is called. He is attacking hitters with a plan, and it's working very effectively.
RBI single for Almanza last time against Hernandez. 1-2. He pops it foul again off to the left. Again, Hernandez, 22 years old from Venezuela, specifically Petare, on the east side of Caracas. Signed by the Braves back in 2021. Played in the Florida Complex League for 3 years and released by Atlanta last summer on July 24th. 1-2 bounced foul of first this time by Almanza. That's 3 straight foul balls. And Hernandez in the minors was not a starter. Started only 3 games, those back in 2022 before becoming a reliever. And look, he had a 3.81 ERA in 18 appearances in 2023. That was probably his best year against minor league hitters. And the 1-2, does it get Almanza? No, it's off the glove of the catcher, Sargent. It's high and tight for ball 2, 2-2.
I thought I heard I guess it was the glove. I thought either it hit his bat or it hit him.
It must have been the glove because it sounded like it hit him to me. Didn't hear any wood contacting baseball there on my end. 2-2. There's some wood contacting baseball. Drops it into right field. And Almanza's got a 2-hit game, his third in 6 contests.
It's almost a shame that the Ballers only have 1 run. They have the leadoff man in all 6 innings. 5 hits and a walk.
Cobb, Harris, Cobb, O'Hara, Cobb, Almanza.
The sun is out, the wind is blowing, and we have 7 singles.
Let's see if Danny Harris maybe can go bridge for the first time as a baller. Takes high and away.
I contend that still means absolutely nothing.
Let's see if he can go yard for the first time as a baller. Is that better? Can he touch them all? Takes high and away.
What's also impressive is that, check me, but the Ogden Raptors also only have singles of their 8 hits. Please check me.
He had 4 in the first, 3 singles in the fourth. You're absolutely right. Not a single extra base hit today. I don't think I've ever called a game in which there have been no extra base hits.
We're in the bottom of the 6th. The field's supposed to play smaller in the day.
15 singles in this game. 3-0 is a strike to Harris. 3-1. And Harris does have 1 double. 3 straight 2-hit games for Harris, and he has a single back in the second. 3-1 pitch. Harris takes in. Ballers will absolutely take that. Again, still not an extra base hit, but they've got 2 on with none out to start the 6th. And Michael O'Hara coming up. And with 91 pitches, Hernandez will be done soon. So that's the good news for the Ballers. The bad news is that Ogden has some relief arms that the Ballers haven't seen in a few days.
I'm thinking about Triplet.
Triplet, Edmondson. I talked to Cam Edmondson before the game. He said he would go today. They both pitched in that Game 1 loss for Ogden. But Triplet threw 2 2/3 scoreless with only 2 hits allowed, striking out 3. So, look, with that ability to pitch multiple innings, we'll see Triplet probably in the 7th, if not the 6th, as O'Hara takes low. Want to know, if I had to guess Evan Parker's plan, it would be for Hernandez to finish out this inning ideally, which I don't think is the plan anymore. And then to turn to Triplet, and then who knows?
I think that righty in the pen is for Buford.
Inside to O'Hara, 2-0.
I think no matter what happens, that righty is coming in to face Cam Buford.
I would
That's what
agree.
I got.
I would agree. I don't know if Ogden has an established closer at this point after blowing a 4-1 lead Tuesday. O'Hara takes high. It's a strike, 2-1. That was maybe a little north of the zone, but a pitcher's strike.
That's a strike Hernandez has earned today, frankly.
Oh, yeah. Pitch number 95 from the righty to the lefty, O'Hara. Popped up on the infield to the shortstop, good. Infield fly is called despite the ball being in the outfield. That's because it's a routine pop fly. The David Freese rule, if you will. It is out number 1. And here is Evan Parker to make the change. Cam Buford will not face Hernandez, who was, as Tyler pointed out earlier, better against lefties today. And so with the righty and Buford coming up, a new pitcher enters. That is a heck of a performance by Hernandez in his Ogden debut. 7-1 Ogden here in the home 6th with 1 out and 2 on. We'll tell you who the new arm is when you return on 860 AM The Answer. Bottom of inning number 6. Cam Buford will bat with 1 out and 2 on against a new Ogden arm. It's Sean Triplet who takes over. Tuesday, opening day, 2 2/3 scoreless, just 2 hits, struck out 3. 2024, Triplet with Ogden, 28 appearances, 43 innings, 38 hits, 22 walks, 39 strikeouts, and a 3.56 ERA for the 6-foot right-hander from Providence, Utah.
Really a non-quality start, quality start for Hernandez today. 5 1/3, 7 hits, 1 run, which was earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks. He was good for those 95 pitches. Very good.
Buford's 1 for 2 today, but he's popped out.
Am I putting you to sleep?
Popped up twice. Yes, you are. And the first to him is outside, 1-0 on Buford. 7-1 Ogden leads Oakland.
I think Triplet brings a lot to the table the same way Sullivan does as sort of a righty specialist.
1-0 is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. And both used similarly in the fact that both coaches, both managers, not afraid to employ their dominant righties for multiple innings. 1-1. Veers in for a strike. 1-2. Also, he throws from a 3/4 delivery, which means that the righty hitters for Oakland will have it seem like the ball is just coming at them, and then it'll break over the outside corner. And that's a maybe a piece of it for Buford. First base was occupied, so he's out. There are 2 down.
Yeah,
I thought it was a foul ball.
I don't know what, what Buford is doing, but I thought that was a foul ball.
Hey, look, there's no point in not running it out, even if you're out, because then the catcher could get confused and throw it down to first, throw it away, and then a run comes home. So because first base is occupied, Buford is out.
I don't understand what the argument now is. I mean, look, Buford ran for some reason. I don't know why.
So Almanza and Harris move up on, I guess, a wild pitch.
It is going to be a wild pitch, yes.
And that puts Titiali'i at the dish against Triplett after the strikeout of Buford. 7th strikeout for Oakland hitting today. 2 of them belong to Titiali'i. After back-to-back 4 RBI and home run games, he's been less than himself today as he takes inside for a strike, 0-1. That one looked inside, and it was inside. Probably should have been a ball. But Triplett, he earns it. 0-1 is low. Titiali'i 3 for 9 in this series with 8 RBI and 2 home runs. All of the damage coming over the last 2 days. And he hits one sharply, but he's early and he bounced it foul of third, 1-2.
It looked like he was trying to time that one. He did wait back for the weight transfer, but just got it wrong.
Two down, 2 in scoring position. Home 6th inning. And Titiali'i looks at what could have been called strike 3, and Ogden does not challenge it. That was very close to the bottom of the zone. Titiali'i should have swung there.
That's about as close. It's a strike, but just barely.
2-2. Titiali'i looks again at ball 3, and he's at least worked to the count full here. But he can't be too selective still. He can't go down looking for the 2nd time today. Titiali'i, 2 strikeouts, and Triplett looking to get him for a 3rd time to keep this a 7-1 ball game. Ogden in front in the home 6th. The runners are Almanza and Harris. And the payoff? Inside ball 4. Will Ogden challenge that? No. And the bases are loaded for the 9-hitter, Tatum. So Titiali'i, Titiali'i watched a pitch that was awfully close to the strike zone. Manages to work the walk, so it's a productive at bat for Marcus, if not risky. The first walk from Triplett. First to Tatum is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Ogden 7, Oakland 1, bottom of the 6th inning. Ballers have left 5 today. In danger of leaving 3 here. Tatum swings and misses. 1-1.
Now or never. Maybe.
Only 10 outs left to play with. And trailing by 6. It feels like Oakland needs runs. And they need it now as Tatum takes strike 2. The crowd boos, but it was right down the middle. Has a good pitch off speed from Triplett at 83. Likely the changeup. 1-2. Swing and a miss. A wild hack, and stepping on the plate unknowingly, maybe, is Sargent. And the strikeout is completed by him stepping on home. 2 Ks for Triplett after entering for Hernandez. Ballers leave him loaded here in the 6th. Let's go to the 7th. 7-1 Ogden on 860 AM The Answer. Start of the 7th here from Oakland, and Ogden in control on their getaway day. 7-1 on this Sunday afternoon. Nevada Cullen alongside Tyler Peterson here on 860 AM The Answer. 7 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for Ogden. 1 run on 7 hits, 1 error for Oakland. Just a disappointing day thus far for the Ballers. They have now stranded 8 runners. On the other side, still 6 runners stranded by Ogden, but because they have 7 runs to show for their 8 hits, they're feeling good. I think weirdly both teams would take a series split to start the season. Oakland obviously will wish if they lose this game that they would have taken the series being up 3-2, but we've seen some good and some bad from both sides in this opening series of the season. Fontenot against Rodriguez, righty-righty. First pitch is hammered through the left side. That's the 9th hit of the day for the Raptors. A line drive single, and Fontenot has his first hit of the game. He's now 1 for 4.
I don't think either team would take a split, but I will say I would feel as if the split was the deserved result.
There's a good way to put it.
Based on what we have seen from both teams this series.
Maybe
I don't know right now that either of these teams is better than the other.
Well said. Fontenot is caught leaning, tagged by Almanza, and he is out. Rodriguez picks off Fontenot, 1 down.
That was much better. That's a set play. That's a set play called by the catcher because we already saw once what Rodriguez did. That pickoff goes 1-3.
So 1 out in the frame. Good now hits with the bases empty. Maybe that could be a momentum kick for Oakland as Rodriguez fires in strike 1. Definitely a momentum boost for Rodriguez.
Something's got to be for the team. How about a 1-2-3 7th?
That would help. Good has reached every time today. He swings and misses, nothing in 2. 2-run single, reached on an error, and then singled again in the 5th, so he's 2 for 3. Oh, 2 count. Good climbs back in from the right side. Adjusts the brim of his blue helmet, waves his blue bat behind it, and takes the 0-2 in the dirt. Sunny skies in West Oakland. Wispy clouds in the blue sky. Beautiful day for some ball at the yard. 1-2. Rodriguez kicks and fires. Misses outside. Good on a 5-game hit streak, despite being 4 for 17 in the series, which is only good for a .235 average. This has been his best game yet, with 2 RBI and 2 hits. And Rodriguez misses again. That's way outside, 3-2. Just doesn't seem to have good command today. After walking 3 in the 6th, it only resulted in 1 run though for Ogden. Payoff. Good. Tried to check his swing. He does successfully and walks. He has reached all 4 times today. 4th walk from Good, or rather, Rodriguez. – 7-1 Ogden leads Oakland. Top of the 7th inning here from Raimondi Park. 1 out runner at first is Good after walking. Mize at the plate is 1 for 3. 3 very different results for him today at the plate. As the first pitch is low and skips off of Tatum, allows the runner to go down to second in. Good. That's a wild pitch. Just spiked by Rodriguez. Mize today, RBI single, strikeout looking, 4-6-3 double play. So each at bat has gotten less and less productive. The RBI single helped take a 3-0 lead in the first. So he takes high, 2-0. So even though Mize has not had 2 good at bats since the first inning, he'll still be happy with his performance today with that run scoring hit. 2-0 is hit back to the screen, 2-1. Mize signed by the Rocky Mountain Vibes last year on July 19th, made his debut against Ogden. And in that series against the Raptors, went 7 for 13 with a .538 average and 5 RBI. Took a half swing and missed at that pitch, 2-2. So even though Mize was waived by Rocky Mountain just a month in, I think Ogden from that series, his opening series of his Pioneer League career, took notice of Mize.
I believe he broke his hand at the time he was waived.
That is unfortunate. 2-2 swung on and missed. And Rodriguez has his second strikeout, 2 down. Runner at second, still good. Carmine Lane is next. He's 1 for 3 with a single today. 7-1 lead for the Ballers, the Raptors over the Ballers, I should say. Top of the 7th inning. 2 outs. Pitch to Lane veers outside 1-0. Lane, at least in college, wore number 9 because his dad wore the same number, Thomas, who played for the Astros. Lane swings and misses, 1-1. He also carried around a Lucky Yoda in his back pocket during games. Unfortunately for Lane, the force has not been with him yet this season, just 2 hits. Runner takes off for third, but Lane flies it to left center field anyways. Titi Ali'i is there, and that ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for Ogden. Time to stretch here from Oakland. Ballers trailing the Raptors 7-1. We head to the home 7th on 860 AM The Answer. Bottom of the 7th inning from Raimondi Park. 7-1 Ogden Raptors lead the Oakland Ballers. Nevada Cullen alongside Tyler Peterson. Thanks for tuning in here on 860 AM The Answer. Top of the lineup, Tremaine Cobb has reached all 3 times today. He's been the real bright spot for this Ballers offense that has collected their hits. 7 total, but not their runs, just 1. They trail 7-1. And the first from Triplett is in the dirt, away from the catcher, Sargent, 1-0. What a series for Tremaine. Still hitting .500, 14 for 28 to begin his pro career. Takes outside, 2-0. I got to interview Tremaine Cobb in the middle of this series, so you'll get to watch that on Bees Cast on YouTube. You find as Cobb takes a strike. You can find that interview on the Oakland Ballers YouTube page next week. Should be out by Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. It'll be on our next episode of Bees Cast. Cobb fouls one to the left of the third base bag, and looks like Nevin making a sprint for it. Part of the ground screw for the Oakland Ballers. Who needs a ball boy when you have Nevin? Tosses it to the fans in the left field bleachers. And Cobb hits one off the cap of the bat right back to Triplett, who collects and zings it to first for out number 1. 1-3 put out, and Cobb is retired for the first time today.
First time Oakland does not get the leadoff man on base.
Maybe that'll be for the best. It didn't seem to work for them. They only scored in 1 instance. It was Cobb in the third inning as the leadoff man who came around on that Almanza RBI single. He's in the hole. He'll lead off the 8th if the Ballers don't get anyone on here in the 7th. First to Helmig is flown foul to left field, way out of play. Good distance on it, though, from Lou. Oh, 1 count. Helmig pops this one up. Left field may be playable. It is in foul ground, and Bagneski makes a sliding catch. Feet first. 2 down.
I'll say this. Lou's got to take off to first. He's got to run, dude. He can't stay at the plate there. That was way too close to fair territory to just watch it at home plate.
2 down for Davis Druick, and his 4-game hit streak on the line. Homers in back-to-back contests. See if he can give these Ballers a home run at least today for their troubles, these Ballers fans. Shown out on a Sunday. 7-1 Ogden. Druick takes in strike 1. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, bases empty. Lone run came in the 3rd for Oakland. Ogden got 3-run spots in the 1st and the 4th. Druick, watch out, got his legs taken from underneath him on that sweeping breaking ball. Ball and a strike. St. Edward's product, D2 school in Austin, Texas, part of the Lone Star Conference, which includes schools from mainly Texas and Oklahoma, also New Mexico, which we learned earlier this week Tyler has nothing against.
Been in the Four Corners area. It was a lovely part of the country.
1-1. Outside to Druick, 2-1. Although I do believe that New Mexico United did win against the Oakland Roots, so now I have something against New Mexico.
I don't think anyone still remembers the new rule, or even cares, I should say, maybe.
Yeah. Druick takes a strike bottom of the zone, 2-2. New Mexico United 3-0 winners against the Oakland Roots. Soccer is always on the brain for Tyler and I, but especially so today. It was the Premier League's final day.
And I didn't care.
Yep. Tottenham played. Druick grounds 1 foul. Of course, the cool thing was Sunderland going up from the Championship to the Premier League in the Championship playoff final with a 95th minute goal from a guy who's going to go play for Brighton next year. What a parting gift that was. 2-2. Druick takes outside. Called ball 3. Ogden won't waste a challenge here. Good take. It was low and outside. Payoff. Druick swings and lifts one to center field. Oyama calls everyone off. It's hit really right to him in center. Druick hits it hard, but he is 0 for 4 today, and it's a 1-2-3, 7th inning for Triplet. To the 8th we go, 7-1 Ogden over Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. Your line score through 7. 7 runs on 9 hits, 1 error for the Ogden Raptors, 1 run on 7 hits, 1 error for the Oakland Ballers. For the play-by-play for the final 2 frames, here is Tyler Peterson.
Chewy. Connor Richardson takes over in the top of the 8th. 2 scoreless appearances for him thus far. It's his 3rd game of this series, and that 3rd appearance is now a team lead with Alec Rodriguez, who departs.
Alec Rodriguez pitched 2 innings, struck out 2, walked 4. So not great in that department, but only gave up 1 earned run over 2 innings and only 1 hit.
Oyama, Stone, and Jordan. It's 9-1-2 for Ogden. A 7-1 ball game here in the top of inning 8. First pitch to Oyama is fouled back. Ogden has a long drive home. They were one of the few teams that opted to not fly to California. They had a long bus ride, and I have done that drive myself. It is a lonely stretch of the country. Next pitch is off the plate. Taking 80 through Truckee, going up through Reno, Winnemucca, Elko, Wells, Wendover. The 1-1, and that's hit to center field. Shading into left center was O'Hara. He will make the catch on the run. Dead sprint from O'Hara and a great catch, 1 away.
I think one thing the Ballers have discovered is Michael O'Hara can definitely play some center field. He covers a lot of ground out there, and that he made that tough catch look easy.
Here's Damian Stone.
Yeah, that's a 10.5-hour bus ride for the Ogden Raptors after this.
No.
Oh,
I
they're
can
not
tell
going to
you.
Ogden.
No. It's not a 10-hour bus. It's a 10.5-hour car ride. First pitch is fouled away.
Ooh.
It is not a 10.5-hour bus ride. I can tell you that much right now.
Okay.
Stone, who today has a single, a pop out, a sac fly, and a walk. He's driven in a run. He's scored a run. He has been probably the most dangerous hitter of the whole series. The 0-1 from Richardson is a ground ball toward Harris. A second big hop. His throw to first on the money. 2 away.
Yep, got to come play in the Bay. He is from Fremont, and he enjoyed it.
You had about maybe another 2 hours of travel time, all things considered, and they may leave tonight.
Woof.
Here's Cole Jordan. My friend, you will make that drive back.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, why?
First pitch to Jordan is a breaking ball high for ball 1. You will return from Ogden to come back and do a series against the Glacier Range Riders in the middle of June. Busing back from Ogden. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. The trick is put the suitcase in front of your legs in the space where your feet go so that you can curl up in a ball and have the suitcase be part of the little bed you create for yourself.
I like that.
The 1-1 on its way is popped up. Playable in foul territory. Druick backing up. Is it Cobb? It'll be Cobb instead who makes the catch down the line. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Richardson. Did not have to throw more than 7 pitches to get it done. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-1 Ogden on 860 AM, The Answer. It's the bottom of the 8th inning in this series finale from Raimondi Park. It's the Ogden Raptors leading the Oakland Ballers 7-1 and are trying to finish off the final 6 outs of this ball game to get a series split with both teams taking 3 wins to open the year. The new pitcher is Cam Edmondson, the left-handed thrower, the only lefty in Ogden's bullpen. Both these teams are similar in that fashion with one left-handed pitcher in their respective bullpens. Edmondson in for his third appearance, 1 1/3 innings, 4 hits, a run, which was unearned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. He'll face Almanza, then Harris, and then O'Hara as Almanza strides to the plate. Edmondson set, and his first pitch to Almanza is swung on and fouled out of play. Again, Sean Triplett very good.
Yes, hitless performance, 1 2/3 without giving up a hit or a run, walking 1, striking out 2.
Almanza drove in the lone run for the Ballers today. It was a bloop single to right that Stone could not quite collect on a dive. Now a ground ball towards second. A huge hop on a buried trampoline. The second baseman stays with it and throws to first in time. 4-3 as that caught a lip or something. Good work by Fontenot to stay with that ball. A 4-3 ground out.
Yeah, I thought it was going through the infield, but that jump made it turn left towards Fontenot, who made a good play on it.
Here's Harris. Harris on base twice today, a single and a hit by pitch. First pitch fastball high and called. Looked a little high and away. It's strike 1. Might be called in a 6-run game in the 8th. It's still in territory. Grounded at the plate, foul over the hand of the catcher Sargent. A quick 0-2 to Harris. Six games with the Jackalope starting on Tuesday. 4 6:35 starts Tuesday through Friday. A 4:35 on Saturday, a 1:05 on Sunday. The 0-2, Harris hits a ground ball foul past Aaron Miles at third. The Jackalopes led by Frank Gonzalez, the manager of last year's Northern Colorado Owls. They are currently losing today's game up in Yuba Sutter 14-4 in the top of the 9th. Looks like they will come in as a 1-5 team. Harris hit it off himself. It's still 0-2 on the foul ball. That Jackalopes team is not returning many of their team last year, and they weren't a very good team record-wise. Still, of course, a good hitting team. Grounded again by Harris.
Weird to see a Frank Gonzalez team start 1-5.
Yeah, he's one of the more respected managers around the league, and of course, spent quite a while in the affiliated ranks in the Colorado organization and in the state. Next pitch is inside on Harris, 1-2.
I notice a handful of former Northern Colorado Owls.
I know for sure Reese Miller is one of those names.
Evan Scavato, Tyler Curtis.
He did bring some over with him.
David Maynard.
1-2 is in the dirt, 2-2.
But none of those big boppers.
No, a couple of guys timed out. Dave Matthews timed out. Henry George timed out.
Jackson
Coots. Dario Gomez moved on to the American Association and now is in Lake Erie in the Frontier League. Yep. Last year would have been the year for Northern Colorado. 2-2 to Harris. In the dirt, 3-2. Also starting off at 1-5 are the Boise Hawks, who just beat the Idaho Falls Chuckers 6-5.
Close one.
The 3-2 to Harris. He swings and fouls it away. This is a long at bat now.
This will be pitch 9 coming up.
Ballers trail by 6 in the bottom of the 8th. Bases are empty with 1 away. Daniel Harris, the 4th. High and away for ball 4. So number 4 and Mr. 4 takes ball 4. And that'll bring up Pat Monteith. Monteith will hit for O'Hara.
Monteith thus far is only 2 for 10. However, both hits have been pinch hits Thursday and then yesterday.
So here is Monteith. The first pitch to him is a breaking ball at the top of the zone for strike one. At first is Harris. Threw over Harris back to the bag. Monteith is still looking for his first pro home run and first pro RBI. Breaking ball up the middle. Good. Will not have a play. It's into center field. It's a base hit. And there you go, Nevada.
3 for 3 as a pinch hitter. That is, look, Pat Monteith very well could turn into a starter for this team. But even if he does, it's good to have a guy. If you're facing a righty in a game and then they go to a lefty in the bullpen, as they have in Edmonton, it's good to have a righty on the bench that can come up and come through in a pinch hit scenario.
Well, 4 more righties in a row, starting with Buford. 2 on, 1 out. Ballers trail by 6. Buford swings it to ground ball to good. This could be 2. The second for 1. Fontenot to first, and that is a double play. 6-4 to 3. The inning is over. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We go to the 9th. It's 7-1 Ogden on 860 AM The Answer. New pitcher on the mound for Oakland. It's Connor Sullivan. Sullivan will take the mound for his second appearance of the season. He had a perfect inning in which he struck out a batter, went 1-2-3, and Connor Richardson does the same in his outing. He goes 1-2-3 in the 8th, and another scoreless inning for Chewy. It appears that Michael O'Hara is now back into the ball game. It is just a brief pinch hit opportunity. So Monteith does not stay in the game. Instead, O'Hara re-enters in center field, and that may be because if O'Hara's turn comes up again, a righty will likely be throwing. 7-1 Ogden here in the 9th.
And here in the top of the 9th, it's time for Where Are They Now? Taking a look at some former ballers playing elsewhere professionally and see how they fared today in their games. We'll start in Kansas City with the Lake Country Dockhounds.
Bagneski, Sargent, and Fontenot against Connor Sullivan. Here's the first pitch to Bagneski. He takes a strike.
And in Kansas City, Lake Country, 8-3 winners. Dante Stewart 0 for 4, but with an RBI. And Trip Clark scored a run and got a hit.
The 0-1. It's down low. It's 1-1.
And then we're only going to go one more place today. We're going to go to the Atlantic League. Braden Nelson pitched for the Long Island Ducks today in a 3-2 win over the Staten Island Ferry Hawks.
Bagneski takes low, now 2-1.
So a 1-run game against Staten Island. Long Island able to win, and Braden Nelson earned the save in the game. A hitless 9th.
Very nice. The next pitch is fouled away, 2-2.
Walked 1, struck out 1. So Nelly records his first save in the Atlantic League. Awesome.
A 2-2 on its way now from Sullivan. The pitch is a half swing back to Sullivan. He picks it up, throws to first, overhand, and there is the first out of the ninth.
Safe to say Bagneski didn't mean to hit that baseball. It was a half swing right back at Sully.
That was a strange half swing, too, because it really was the ball hitting the bat there.
Yes, well said. Also, I want to highlight Braden Nelson, 2.61 ERA in 11 games, 10 and a third, just 4 walks allowed, 10 hits, 6 strikeouts, has the 1 save. He's having a really good year.
We saw it from him last year. The first pitch to Sargent is a ground ball to Cobb's backhand. He stops it. He gets up. He throws, and it is dropped by Almanza. That's a base hit.
Awesome effort from Cobb there. Just a bummer that Almanza couldn't pick it. Tough one to pick, though, on the in-between hop.
I don't know where Sargent is going.
Up, Denver Blinn. That's where he's going.
I see. It's a pinch runner as Blinn will run for Sargent.
Sargent, a catcher. This is almost a courtesy runner right here. Allow him time to get his gear back on.
All right, so it will be a replacement where, yes, you're correct. Sargent can just worry about the bottom of the ninth. It's 10 hits now for the Ogden Raptors. Blinn back to the bag after Sullivan throws over. 7-1 Ogden in the top of the ninth, 1 away. And Trufano, who is 1 for 4 today. First pitch, a called strike. Evan Parker staying busy down at third base. He's given quite a few signs. Blinn does not get much opportunity to play in the series, may try to go. Pitch is outside, and that is not a game situation thing. That is a, hey, I've got a guy I'm trying to play, and I got to see if he can do what I think he can do. So Blinn may go here as a matter of testing the young player. Blinn 5'9", 170 from West Fargo, North Dakota. Breaking ball is outside. It's 2-1 now. Sullivan, one of the best pitchers on the team from the time he joined Oakland in August last year, or late July. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly when it was. The 2-1, there goes Blinn. It's down low. Tatum has no play, as he can never get a grip on that.
Sully was signed on July 27th, his debut 1 day later against Yolo.
Three and one. In the air, on the infield. Who wants it? Harris or Almanza? It's Harris who puts it away with one hand. 2 away.
This game has got to give Harris a little bit of confidence at second. He hasn't played competitive baseball in a long time, and so he's just getting his feet wet. But, I mean, the plays he's made today have been sure-handed, if nothing else.
Here's Good, who the Ballers haven't retired.
No, an error. That was the closest they came to retiring him. Otherwise, 2 hits and a walk.
Sullivan to the plate, and the first pitch is a called strike. Ballers still have 2 challenges. They've only used the 1. And honestly, I don't think they've had many opportunities to really put them to work.
No. And the one time they did, it was not the time.
First, the next pitch is a called strike as well. Ogden's just got the 1 left, and they are very liberal with the use of their challenges in the series.
But it appears they're being more reserved with that final challenge, saving it for the home ninth inning.
0-2, 2 outs here in the ninth. Blinn at second. And the pitch to Good is a half swing. Does he go? No. I would have been very surprised if the appeal turned out to ring him up. Think about a 2/5 swing there. 1-2. Good. A ground ball right back up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Charging in is O'Hara. The throw will be cut off by Almanza. It's an RBI single by Good. And that will give Connor Sullivan an ERA in 2025.
Took him a while to get an ERA in 2024. He had 8 straight scoreless appearances to start his pro career. I think he's just better in high leverage situations, to be fair.
90 at the top of the zone. And turned around right back up the middle. Not terribly hard hit.
Ties Good's career high, 3 hits.
Swing and a miss on the changeup. Carter Mize down 0-1. An RBI single for him in the first, and since then 2 strikeouts and a double play mixed in. Throw over to first, and back to the bag is good. Swing and a miss again. Same pitch, same result. 0-2. 8-1 Ogden now in the 9th. It looks like the Raptors and the Ballers will both finish 500 after the opening week. 0-2 swung on a miss. 3 changeup, 3 swing and miss. See you later. Strikeout for Sullivan. He does allow the run on 2 hits. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Ballers trail 8-1 on 860 AM, The Answer. It's the bottom of the 9th. The new pitcher on the mound is number 55, Nick Cardinal, who has a save in the series in his 1 appearance. 2 strikeouts and a walk in his 3 innings he pitched a couple of nights ago. He replaces Cam Edmondson, who had a scoreless inning. It's 8-1, Ogden leading in the 9th. He'll face the scheduled hitters of TT Ali'i. I see a pinch hitter for Dylan Tatum. It looks like it's going to be Isai Santos and then Tremaine Cobb Jr. Marcus TT Ali'i today, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Now the other night, let's see, but Ballers were down 6 in the 9th, right?
You would 3.
The other night, they were able to score a couple.
Oh, okay.
Or at least 1 to make the score a little bit closer. Here's the first pitch on its way to TT Ali'i, or the next one, I should say, as it swung on and fouled off of the foot of the batter. It's 1-1. Good amount of fans have still stuck around to the final outs of this ball game. Cardinal set on the mound from the stretch, and the 1-1 to TT Ali'i floats in for a ball. Looked fairly decent. Might have been a touch above the zone, but I would call it a hittable pitch. 2-1. That's in the dirt, now 3-1. The last thing you can do in a 7-run game is walk hitters. So even if it's at 72, just throw it right down the middle. 3-1. TT Ali'i, a line drive down the line. That's a base hit. This will be extra bases. He turned on that pitch. The throw into second is a good one, and he is in with a sliding double.
Here we go. Marcus gets it started here in the 9th, attacking a middle fastball on 3-1. Exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch.
So here's Isai Santos, a pinch hitter. We saw him pinch hit in the series once already. So Ballers have used 2 of the 4 available on their bench. Bugs and Lozano, the other 2. First pitch. Swung on, hit to right. The right fielder Stone is underneath it, and he'll put it away for the first out. One away for Cobb.
Like the aggressive swing there from Santos. Unfortunately, hit right to the right fielder and got a little bit underneath.
Cobb today, 2 more hits and a walk. He has been extremely impressive in this opening series. And I think whereas at the start of the week we were trying to learn some of these players' names and everybody get a feel for them, everybody knows Tremaine Cobb Jr. now. There's no problem there.
No. I mean, I've seen a lot of fans talk about him being their new favorite. Rightfully so after what he did on opening day.
1-0. Cobb, a half swing. That one is in the zone for a strike. It's 1-1. Ogden, 1 more challenge, can be used up to 3 times. Ballers, 2 more challenges that can be used up to 5 times. One and 1 from Cardinal is in the dirt. It's 2-1.
All right, now's the time. If there's a breaking ball that gets to the backstop, Tremaine Cobb could, Ballers need base runners. Might as well try to steal first here.
Two and 1. Cardinal throws, and Cobb pops this up. Shallow right. Stone again to put it away. 2 outs in the inning, and here comes Lou Helmick. Lou is 0 for 4 today. Strikeout, ground out, fly out to center, and fly out to left. TTLE still at second after the double. First pitch is over the head of the first baseman down the line. Helmick's going to have extra bases. TTLE scores. RBI double for Helmick, and it's 9-2.
Nice to see Helmick come through there. Lou just looping one over first, extending his hit streak to 4.
85 hit on the hands, and he just pulled the hands in. Well, here's another guy that needs to get off an offer on the day.
Yep, his 4-game hit streak on the line.
Davis Druick. So after waiting and waiting and waiting, we finally do have in this ball game by either team extra base hits, and they come in the bottom of the 9th. A double from TTLE and a double from Helmick. Eight to 2. Next pitch is high and away. And now Evan Parker to come out and talk with Cardinal. So 1 more out is all Nick Cardinal needs. This is the 5th hitter he has faced. He'll face at least 1 lefty in Druick, and then another lefty potentially could come to the plate with Almanza on deck. Parker departs back to his catching position as Sargent, and Druick back into the box. 8-2, Ogden leading with 2 outs in the 9th. The runner is at second for Oakland and will resume this at bat at 2-0. Next pitch is a strike, a touch high. Well, Druick, he could try a challenge there with where we are in the ball game. he opts not to. 2-1 there. Now he swings and misses at a pitch that was not too dissimilar from the last. Now 2-2. Cardinal to the plate, and Druick takes in the dirt. 3-2.
Gotta love the fans at Raimondi today. They've stayed despite the scoreline, and they're loudly chanting the name of the town.
Cardinals set. It's a payoff to Druick. And the pitch is high for ball 4. At least one more batter for Oakland here in the 9th. It's Almanza.
I don't see Cardinal getting pulled unless at least 3 runs score first. So, chance for Almanza to get Ogden doing something in the bullpen here.
First pitch to Christian. He swings and fouls one at the plate. I think it would have to be 8-7.
Yeah. I'd say 8-5 would put someone up.
Well, you could have 8-5 in the next pitch.
That's true. I don't think that would force him to be pulled, but.
You get someone up. Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you.
8-6 or 8-7, someone would definitely.
0-1. Almanza pops this up behind home plate and foul.
And of course, Nick Cardinal's like, what are y'all talking about? It's a 6-run game. I got this.
1 for Oakland in the inning on the Helmick double. 3 base runners for the Ballers. All together. 2 on the base paths at the moment. It's an 0-2 to Almanza. The pitch is swung on, hit out to center field. Moving over is Oyama. He's nearing the track. He stops, and he will make the catch on the warning track for the final out of the ball game. The Ballers dropped the final game of the series, which means that these two teams split the series 3 games apiece. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for our Ballers postgame show. Final score, Ogden 8, Oakland 2 on 860 AM The Answer. Back inside Raimondi Park, the final 8-2, Ogden beating the Oakland Ballers. 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Ogden Raptors, 2 runs on 10 hits and an error for the Oakland Ballers. The winner today, Miguel Hernandez and Nevada. Let's talk about Miguel Hernandez. 5 1/3, 7 hits, 1 run, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. He looked different than the other pitchers in the series because he looked confident, in control, and the breaking pitches, I got to say, some of the best stuff we've seen in a while, insofar that was his primary stuff. You don't see that in this league so much.
You didn't know what you were going to get. A bit of an unknown for Miguel Hernandez, given that, yes, he's obviously an immense talent, 22 years old from Venezuela, and pitched really well in the minors, but had never been a starter. So how did he look? Well, the fact that his pitch count was so high when he got pulled, obviously he didn't have much of a limit. It's clear that not only are Evan Parker and co confident in him, they knew he could be a starter from the jump, and I'm surprised he was the Sunday starter. I would be surprised if at some point in the season, say Ogden's a playoff team, I wouldn't be surprised if he's one starting a playoff game for them.
Dylan Porter takes the loss. He is 0-1, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 were earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. I think all in all, I would not call it a bad game from Porter. He did not have a ton of help today from the defense. Just the one error for Oakland. I think there's more to say about that than the numbers show.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I thought Dylan was fine today and can definitely build upon this performance.
No save in the game. Time of the game, 2 hours and 52 minutes in front of 1,954 on this Sunday. Quick look at the Pioneer League scoreboard. We told you about the first game in Northern Colorado, a 7-1 final for Northern Colorado. In the second game, it is, at least through reporting numbers, only 3-0 Rocky Mountain over NoCo. That game may have been delayed due to weather. A final in Boise, 6-5 Hawks over Chuckers, which means Idaho Falls is no longer the only undefeated team in the Pioneer League. 6-5 final there. Glacier 6, Great Falls 3. That game just finishing up and out away from a final there. Missoula 5, Mustangs 4 in Billings. They take that series. Yuba Sutter, a 14-4 final over Grand Junction. 6 games in the books, 3 wins and 3 losses. The final word on the series with the Ogden Raptors before you see them in a month.
Intrigued, my final word, I suppose, for that series against them. I think it'll be a 3-game set, if I'm not mistaken, in Ogden, and I think either team could come out on top. I think the Ballers definitely can, but I don't think it'll be a sweep either way. I think one of these two teams is going to take it 2-1, and maybe whoever takes that could end up being the one that has the better first half of the season.
How big as well that series will be for the season series tiebreaker when it comes to playoffs.
Could be very important. Again, we've talked about it. We think Ogden is at least a 500 team, if not better, this season. So we'll see how it goes.
I want to thank everyone who helped us put this broadcast together today. Chris at our 860 AM The Answer Studios. Gavin, who's been with us all week from Verge. Give us a little shake of the mouse there, Gavin, to let us know you're there. He is. Thank you, Gavin. I want to thank Nevada. I want to thank everyone who put this stream together, this radio broadcast together, and, of course, I want to thank you all for listening as well. Once again, the final score today, the Raptors with the victory by the score of 8-2. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and your Memorial Day Monday.